Another video podcast for Northern BC Business. And today I'm at the lake at Fraser Lake, as you can see. I've got Norm Adams today from Pivot Leader in Prince George. Norm, good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Perry. Thanks for having me.
Norm, what the heck does Pivot Leader do?
We get asked that a lot because I guess the name isn't all that descriptive. But Pivot Leader is a consultancy. We work out of Prince George, and we help largely small business. And small business is really the largest employer in Canada, responsible for 40% of our country's GDP. And so we really feel like small business is our home, and how we define small business. That could be, a company with 5 or 6 people. It could be a company with 75 people. So we're pretty liberal in how we apply that small business lens.
And where are most of your businesses you work with?
By and large, our focus is Northern BC, the Yukon, and the Northwest Territories. So it's very much a rural environment that we work in.
Okay. And when you work with small businesses in the north, what's the average size? You said you can do up to 75 people, but how big are most of the businesses you work for?
I would say less than 30 staff.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much less than 30.
And so what do you do for them? Like, help me out.
Well, small business has, they have a lot of challenges. And, the challenges that small business has wouldn't be that unlike what some of the bigger companies have. It's just a matter of scale. So, but one thing that is unique about small business is that you have business owners or a business owner who they're doing it all themselves. They are the salesperson, they are the recruiter, they are the HR department. They might be the person who's doing the ordering, the bookkeeping. So there's a lot of roles that small business owners play, and what ends up happening, that is just a recipe for a very stressed out business owner. So a lot of the work that we do is helping people develop systems so maybe they can hand off some of those responsibilities onto other people in the staff and come up with some really solid systems so that business owners aren't nearly as stressed going forward in their business.
Would you say you're like private economic development and business transformation, or like many times you get companies or consultants coming out from the south, from Vancouver, and they can say, we can do this, this, and this, because this has happened in Vancouver. How are you different from them?
I think the number one thing that we differ from is that we say right up front that we are not the experts in your business. You, Mr. Small Business Owner, you're the expert at your business. You know your business and you know your clients better than anybody. And, if you don't, well, maybe we can give you a hand. Our expertise is maybe looking for those blind spots. Largely people hire us for, as we like to say, a second set of eyes and accountability. Because sometimes when you're a business owner, you have great ideas and you have things that you need to do, but because, well, there's nobody watching, sometimes the business owner himself or herself doesn't, they're not accountable to their own thinking. So part of our role is accountability.
So do you also bring a northern perspective to a lot of businesses? Because when you get somebody from Vancouver or Victoria or even Kelowna, it's on the map, Vanderhoof from Prince George is that far.
Right.
Which means you can get there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Based on the map.
I think if you spoke to anybody who's in a business development role working, especially for a larger company, like a national company, they've had those arguments, because when you look at the province from a Vancouver or a Toronto perspective, these communities look like they're just a half hour apart, and they're not. There's a lot of windshield time for anybody doing business in Northern BC, and that's not necessarily. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it is a thing that needs to be considered. because everything takes on its own pace. Prince George is 4 hours from Smithers. Smithers is 4 hours from Rupert, and you need to accept that going forward if you're going to do business up here.
Okay. What is your best story, your best success, your thing that makes you can say to clients or potential clients that gives them hope or gives them wow, like gives them a push?
I think I don't know if it's my best story, but the one that comes to mind right now, we worked with a small engineering company where the owner himself was very much the type of owner that I had just described, where they were doing it all themselves. And we put some systems in place where we got some part-time help for him. It wasn't one of our employees. We helped him recruit and hire someone to work for him part-time, and by shoveling some of his responsibilities onto his part-time person, he was better able to get the the good work that needed to be done. He was able to focus on that. Well, now he's at a point now where he's got 3 people working for him, and you know, um, not only is he happier, he's taking some time off. He's getting his weekends off. He's managed to claw back his life. One of the things that we're really proud of is saying to people, our goal is to help small business create less stress and better outcomes. And this is an example of that. Because like I like to say, how much money do you need to retire? Well, if you're only going to live to 56 or 58, you really don't need that much. And I don't know a small business person out there that doesn't want to have a nice retirement because they've been working too hard for too long.
Okay. Now, how do people get a hold of you?
Best way to get a hold of us is contact our website. Go to pivotleader.com, or just email me at norm@pivotleader.com.
Norm, thank you very much for today, coming out and sharing what you do, and hopefully have you back again.
Anytime. Enjoy the lake, Perry.
I will. Thank you, Norm. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.